Hello and welcome back to Replay Revelation. Here I show you some duels I played off screen you really don't want to miss. Welcome back to Replay Revelation. Chaos Turbo on the table. You love it, I love it, let's go into it. So we start playing against Gabriel, 556. Obvious play would be here, setting Knight Assailant, setting MST I think, and Vibe. I don't know what version we play here, but I think it's still already with the Mask of Darkness, maybe Divine Wrath. They have a Graceful. Like I said in the last Turbo Replay Revelation video, later I got on Solemn. Maybe I want to try out like 2 Solemns instead of 1, we will see. They discard a Chaos Sorcerer, so glad to see they don't have a Serpent or so. Compulse. Okay, this looks like an interesting Chaos kind of build. Have a knock. We kind of I don't find a word right now, but we kind of count with that. Is that right? I think so. They have 2 Knight Assailants too. They have a breaker, which pops the MST. So no use with it, unfortunately. Sometimes people set before, especially beginners. Then you can have a use of the MST. Let's see if they have a Dust Shoot. Doesn't seem like it. So here we will. I think we even summon Breaker, attack over their Breaker, then pop. Or we will use the effect first. I mean, we want to have the Dark Engrave. So maybe we do the safe play and just crash Breakers. I think it's even better in that case, to be honest. We are not behind or so I think... Okay, we were greedy. We were greedy. Pays out. Sometimes you just gotta be greedy. Nice. It's a jar. Okay. Usually it's a jar or a ring or so. We pro-set heavy here. Hopefully they don't find a light to banish the Breaker, because you really want to have that Dark Engrave for the BLS. They have a set monster, back row, that's it. Unfortunately we don't have the best targets engrave for the Moth, so we storm here definitely. Maybe they have a ring or so. It's a ring against the Breaker. Perfect, Breaker gets the grave, and I think here we want to be pre-active and summon BLS, be aggressive, banish the set monster, and set them off. If they get into their chaos, we have to snatch. I think it's better to banish the set monster, which is a Sangan. Set Moth. We could even set snatch, but I don't think we have to. They just set a back row. If we flip Moth, we just like the one punish would be Torrential Tribute. We could even think about just attacking with BLS and keep Moth set if we maybe draw into better spells, and I think I like that more. If they get rid of the BLS with their back row, it's fine. It's a Mirror Force, cool. We don't care so much. I think we will just set the Mirror Force and pass. Like I said, we want to have better targets with that Moth. Alrighty. We draw into Knock, which is great here, because we can recycle it with the Moth eventually. So it's a Decoy. They instantly shuffled their deck, so they seem to have another one in hand. We banish our Decoys from deck. We could think about flipping Moth to get back the Knock, and then Tribute for Thunder Dragon to have at least a little bit of pressure on field. I think I like that. Yep. Getting in with the Thunder Dragon. It connects, opponent down to 45. Yeah, I like the position. Not the best, not the worst. They still don't have a light. Maybe they discarded Sword because they had 2. Maybe they discarded it because they just didn't have a light and wanted to get rid of the brick. And I think it's case 2. We draw into Sinister Serpent. It's fine. We have the Knock. They know about the Knock. We know this should be a Decoy. So I decided to attack over it because Decoy is fine. We want to keep the Knock against something more dangerous, kind of. We could set the Serpent to get another Thunder Dragon out, but I don't think it's necessary. To be honest, I think it's better to keep it in hand. Yep. Really like how all my decisions I would make right now mirror perfectly in the replay. So now they found a light. Let's see if they have chaos. I think by now they should have chaos. They're already health through the deck. Here comes Sork, banishing the Thunder Dragon. We have the Snatch, like I said, and the Knock. So this should work out well. We even have a Tsukiyomi now to keep the Sork without the Snatch. We will Knock first to see what it is. It's a Moth, perfect. We don't care if our second Moth gets banished. Have a Snatch, summon Tsukiyomi, and just get in with both. Just such a great combo. They're down to 1100. We end turn, still have the Mirror Force as protection. They should still have their 2 Thunder Dragons in hand. A lot of Darks are out, but they still have 2 in grave, so Chaos is definitely live, but they should just have BLS left. Yeah, they discard, so they seem to have it. Yep, here we go. Banishing their Zork. We have the Mirror Force for emergency attack, defense. Like if they attack with the BLS, we have the Mirror Force. Drawing to duo, I mean, it's good in the spot, but it's just 1 Thunder Dragon and something else. They're at 1100. I think we just use duo and then chill. We have the Mirror Force. We don't even use duo. Don't really need to here. They have a Kaiku. We have enough stuff. Yeah, we have enough lights. We don't care about the Kaiku. We really want to keep the Mirror Force because of the BLS. We can go. We can run over the Kaiku with the Tsuk. That's perfect here. They have a Regeki break. So now they have a real card in hand, but we want to keep the life points high, I think. Okay, we use Duo. It's a card destruction. Not really worth it, but we just set Jar. We could set Serpent, but doesn't make sense. If we draw into a Grace or so, we would be so happy to have it. Of course, they will just flip up. Oh, they attack with the BLS. Yeah, to have game and to, of course, to play around Torrential. I see that. Would have done the same, I think. But now we have finally a use of the Mirror Force against the BLS. Hopefully we draw into something good. Spy, just perfect. I think we want to wait with the Jar. We activate it now. Okay. Upstart Goblin, we definitely use it here. Another one, so they go up to 3100. Ring is not bad, not the best, but also not bad. They have another Jar. They didn't use Knock yet. They had one. Okay, they had one Knock. Hopefully they don't have another one. Upstart, I gladly take those 1000 life points. We do not care about Duo here. We just have the right discard fodder. They attack into the Spy. We get the second Spy out. So we are back, baby. So still have the Ring. We ring an end phase. I mean, yeah, Mirror Force is out. They kind of lose on the spot. They have a Snatch. Okay. Yeah. Really like the ring and end phase, because if that would be a book, they could protect themselves, and like that they can't. Nice play. Really like it. So they start. We have a lot of traps. We have Serpent with Regeki Break already, Book of Moon, Ring, and Torrential. They start with an upstart. You can tell me, guys, in the comments, like, I used to have different light colors, like red for Earth or yellow for zombies. I kind of changed that because every different lights made my light on my face, etc., a little different. And so I kept on the purple because I think it's the best. It looks the best. You can tell me if you preferred different light colors or just purple is fine. I'm very curious to know. So they had a pretty good start. They started with Graceful and Thunder Dragon, used swords and set a monster. You can see from the stat what it is. So we really have to avoid that flip monster. I think it's even worth it to use Serpent with meta to get it to tear. Or, nah. We just use Raigeki Break. Where is my head? We just set Raigeki Break and ring and pass to have a jar. In standby, we pop the monster. We have to, if it's Serpent, Sangan, whatever, we don't care. We have to get rid of it if that's a moth. It was a moth, so definitely worth it. If they would have recycled their Grace, this would have been horrible. They have a Kaiku. We have to ring this because we want to keep the Serpent engraved to get it back. Nice. Good to have the ring here. Swords on 1. Draw into Kaiku. Unfortunately, they have the swords. I think we just set Serpent, set Torrential. We would risk a knock against the Serpent. We could also just set Torrential. Yeah, we set Torrential in book. Like that, like that. They have Light Dark already. And I didn't want to risk losing Serpent because with the meta it's just super good. Another set, and a pass. We draw into knock. We could think about summoning Kaiku, but we don't really have to. We just chill. Swords are gone now. Next turn, maybe we could have some Kaiku plays. Chaos coming down. I think we use Torrential here, to be honest. Could also eat the attack and use meta. But, okay. They have Compose as, like, defensive measures, I think. But, could be cool. But they don't have a Dark anymore. So I think let's go in with Kaiku. Nothing else to do here. They should have something like a Raigeki Break or so, but we don't care. If they want to get rid of a real card, it's cool. They have a ring. We could think about using book here. But it's so vulnerable, so I think it's fine. They're down to 44. Still have the book. Still have Snatch and meta. We have a knock against face downs. Set a back row. So we know about the Sork in hand. We know about we draw Thunder Dragon, which we discard. I think here we could even summon Serpent and get in to have a tribute monster, like a tribute fodder for a Thunder Dragon maybe next turn. They still don't have a Dark. We have the knock. We don't care if they have something else. We have the book even for like kind of a protection. So I like that. I like that. Not really a big punish here. We could think about using book on the Serpent, but if they get damage in, we don't care. If they have another Kaiku, we don't care so much. They really have to get a Dark to Grave. 2 back rows. Just 1 back row, that's fine. Yeah, it's okay, first time. I think we summon Sangan here and not the Thunder Dragon. I think it's better, yep. I would go to defense even with the Serpent maybe. Let's see. Sangan connects. I think we go to defense. Yeah, those 300 don't really matter. I'd rather have it in defense. So, if they still don't find a Dark, this looks pretty good here. We can tribute the Sangan to have the search. Storm, well. We didn't use Storm. I really like that because why should we? We don't really care about the back row, or we don't really care if our monster dies. It's just a Sangan. We wanted to have it engrave. They used Raigeki Break on the Sangan, I think, to get the Dark engrave. We get a search. We search for Tsukiyomi. And I think we could set it. We could also pro set heavy. We have to get rid of 1 card in hand. We decided to summon, to tribute set Thunder Dragon, like that. They have a Blade Knight. They use Knock on the Thunder Dragon, that's crazy. Exchange. Here we go. Love to see it. Awesome. I was thinking about playing that card in some decks. Man, this is so cool. I mean, I think they get the heavy. Maybe the Tsuk. Yeah, I get heavy, unfortunately. We got a mind control, which does nothing right now. They get in for 2k. Man, exchange. This person is cooking. I mean, we have so much stuff to do. We could first try to use Metamorphosis to see if they have an answer. We could also try to summon Tsukuyomi. We could also try to Snatch. Or they just admit defeat. They had a Mirror Force. Could have gotten rid of any attack, but they knew the hand. Yeah, I mean, they were pretty behind. I don't think they would have won, but we won this match. Pretty cool. That was match number 1. Let's hop into match number 2. Alrighty. Playing against Spirit Reaper with a lovely Mystical Elf, I think is the name. I just have the German name in my head. Pretty experienced. We were at 679 elo at that time. We were starting with Thunder Dragon. We have 2 Raigeki breaks with a Night Assailant, so we should definitely use the upstart here because we already oh my voice. We already used the Thunder Dragon, so we draw into knock. Should we set the Night Assailant? I mean, we have to draw a flip first. I think it's just better to set it. We have the Thunder Dragons as discard fodder, and Night Assailant could be very good against any flip monster later, so I think it's fine. They have Grace, good for them, but they didn't discard any Thunder Dragons, so if they don't have a Serpent, this is just fine. Discarding MST and Zork. Okay. Now they have Thunder Dragon. Very glad they have it after the Grace. Set monster, set back row, set back row. Okay, they have a Dust Shoot. Unfortunately, we just drew the Moth. I think they get rid of the Moth. Only choice you should do here. Alrighty, so we have the Night Assailant against the monster, but I think we should always use Knock first, because if it's a Sangan or a Serpent, this would be the punish, but we have the Night Assailant, we want to have a use of it, I think. Now we can tribute it for Thunder Dragon to have some pressure. Here we go, have a Dark Engrave, so Chaos is set up. Maybe we go in for 16, let's see. They use Ring on the Thunder Dragon, you can do that. They have Light Dark now, but I had before with the Thunder Dragon, so it's fine. Alright, we have 2 Thunder Dragons in their hand. They have a Duel. They hit the Raigeki break, they hit the Thunder Dragon. Okay, I think we get rid of the second Raigeki break because we would go just too low on resources here. We still have the knock, so everything is kind of fine. Card destruction, not doing much here. I think we just use knock and pass. It's their Night Assailant, so we banish ours, they banish their second one, we just pass. Duo is out, don't have to fear that. Still have Raigeki break for any chaos monster like BLS, for example. I wouldn't Raigeki break here because we have the snatch, and I think the outcome is better to snatch the BLS instead of destroying it. But we decided to use Raigeki break here. I mean, if we snatch it, mostly they have something against it, so maybe that's better. We draw into Spy, we set the Spy. Maybe we wanted to keep our life points high. I see that, I see that. Slate Warrior, we have some cooks over here today. So, Slate Warrior into the Spy. Spy triggers. Looking good, looking good. I mean, Slate Warrior is obviously a pretty good snatch target. Mirror Force is still there. We could also just chill. Yeah, sometimes it's better to do nothing. We could go pretty aggressive here, but I think it's fine. Pretty cool, they book their Slate Warrior, so it's at 24. Now it's even a better snatch target. We have a ring. We could keep snatch for any chaos monsters, but here we decided let's go aggro. So we attack with Slate Warrior just into the set monster. It's a Dekoichi. We decided to keep the Spy in def. I can see that. They get 1000 back. I'm not sure if I'm so satisfied with the snatch play, but we decided it in that case. Another set monster. We have the Divine Wrath here. Cool. We decided to go aggro with the spy. Should have done that before, I think. We attack into another Slate Warrior. Man, imagine this would be a dark. It would be so cool. I would definitely play it in Turbo as a aggro side. We could think about that. I think I like that. Even if it's a wind, could be cool. We draw into Jar. We just attack with the Slate Warrior. I think we should have attacked with the Spy because most of this stuff, Turbo plays, we could get over with the Spy, but we go in for 12. We decided not to set the Divine Wrath because we don't really have discard fodder. They get back their Serpent. We set Jar before. They set 2 and pass. I was just thinking about the gaining because they get a lot of life points back, unfortunately. We draw into Moth. Don't have the best spells in Grave, but what can you do? If their card would be a Moth, this would be pretty bad. But I think, yeah, we set them off Jar then because we want to play around Dust Shoot. They showed one before. MST. Wouldn't use it here. I think we just attack with the Spy, then with the Slate Warrior. Do some damage. That's fine. We set MST and pass. We could get back a knock if they set another monster. Let's see. Let's see what they do. They get back to Serp for sure. Gain 1000 back. They have Light Dark still. I think we definitely want to get back Knock. We end phase MST. Hit a Regeki break. I like that. I would get back Knock to get rid of that Serpent. We set the Drawn Jar to play around Dust Shoot again. Get back Knock. They have Mind Crush. This person is cooking. Noble Man of Cross out, of course. Yeah, we don't have to show. Just get in with the Magician of Faith because I read the Serpent again. Dealing some real damage this time, 12 and 19. Go down to 29, so it starts to look like a maybe win here. Storm is still in the game, so we won't set the Divine Wrath. We have to ring. They summon Serpent, want to get rid of the Moth, I think. We don't care. Both go to Grave. They set a back row. We draw into Sangan. I mean, if they don't have Mirror Force, we have game with the ring and the attacks. We draw into Graceful with the Jar. Very nice. I think we definitely slam the Graceful. Drawing into Mask of Darkness, Serpent, and Torrential. Luckily for us, we drew the Serpent. I don't think we need Sangan with 15 cards in deck. Just go in with the guys. See what they have. Like I said, with the ring we have game. They have a Regeki break, I think, against Snatch. We could chain ring here. Yep. What do they have? Nothing. Okay, so 19 for both of us. We didn't normal yet, I think. So 12 going in. Yep. Main phase 2 we set the Mask of Darkness. Nothing more. We decided not to set the Torrential. I wouldn't like to set the Torrential here anyways, I think. Good thing is we can get back Storm. People don't count, or like they don't think anyone plays Mask of Darkness, so they don't think ring comes back. That's a very huge advantage here. Let's see, Sword coming down. We could chain Divine Wrath to the effect. BLS is already out, so we definitely use Divine Wrath here. We don't care about the Torrential. We could get it back anyways with the Mask of Darkness. Let's see if they have another one. Set monster. That's so good here. We just use Knock. Ah, it's okay. It's game already. So they didn't see the Mask of Darkness, which is pretty good. So going into game 2. Got Duel in hand, Deco, Regeki Break, Knock, and MST. Let's see what Spirit Reaper does. Have Graceful again. Night Assailant with Kaiku. Fortunately for us, no Flip Monster. Into Pod. And 2 back rows. Alright. Does shoot. I guess they get rid of the Dekoichi. Yeah. So we have no starter, unfortunately. We have the Duo. That's good. They didn't find Thunder Dragon yet, so Duo is absolutely okay. We know they shouldn't have a Night Assailant or so, so we definitely will hit some real cards here. Discarding Meta. So we know they're on control now, and Tribe. Yeah, I think with the amount of resources they have, they should get rid of the Tribe. Maybe they have Scapegoat set there. I think we just set the MST and pass. It's fine. Another pass from the opponent. We draw into another Dekoichi. I think here we had the thinky face because we thought about we were checking the lock if we shuffled. Set the Dekoichi. They have a knock. It's cool. We get rid of... Okay, I wanted to say we get rid of Darks of their deck, but they already have Darks. In Grave. They go to the Dekoichis. Just one. Maybe they just play one. Or they have another one in hand, but they would have said it, so I think they just play one Dekoichi. We have MST against the new back row, which is a Regeki Break. I like to see that one go. I think here we can set Regeki Break because Divine Wrath would be a fine discard fodder. We have Knock against another set monster. We hold Prio if we draw into MST. Pass. Set the jar. Pass the turn. I wonder where their Slate Warriors are, but maybe they sided it out. I don't know. Okay. Let's see. Drawing into Mask of Darkness. Really like that here. We could think about using Regeki Break to avoid any dust shoots. Because we really want to have something going here, but I think this would be a waste of resources just to play around Dust Shoot. They already see one, so maybe they don't have another one. So they don't. We set Mask of Darkness. Use Jar now. Into Tsukiyomi. That is just great. Yeah, I think we don't do nothing more. We could set Divine Wrath, but I don't think we have to. I mean, it would be very good against the BLS trying to banish our guy, but it's fine. They have a set monster now. We have to knock. We don't care. Are we thinking about using Regeki Break in end phase? I mean, we could get it back anyways, and I'd rather have a Regeki Break back than a jar, I think. We decided not to do it. They have a Mind Crush for knock. That is crazy. So we chain Regeki Break, discarding knock to pop the monster. Man, I love this play. So nice. So we were checking the ruling about like if Mind Crush disappears now, or they just still see my hand. Okay, because of the discard random thing, they were saying like nothing online to find. But upon resolution of Regeki Break, if you have no copies in hand, I'll discard at random. I was writing to the WhatsApp group for the judges. We have a German WhatsApp group for like rule questions. And I was like, yeah, let's wait shortly. So they were typing. Okay, so the judges were saying you gotta discard since it checks on resolve. So we have the super duper plus here. They were discarding Ring of Destruction. And we have the Regeki Breaking Grave now, which we can get back. And we have the Tsukiyomi. Man, this is just so good. Love to see that. I think we could also play Breaker. But I think we will flip Mask of Darkness. Get back Regeki Break. Summon Tsukiyomi. And attack. Very nice. Set Regeki Break again and pass. I'm very curious how they will come out of this situation. Could have think about setting Divine Rev also, because if they have Storm, we could get it back anyways. They have a Slate Warrior. I think we even want to Raigeki break that. Get rid of the Divine Wrath. We decided not to. Getting back Jar. That's fine. We can get over the blade, the Slate Warrior anyways with the Tsukiyomi. And why not having draw power here? Tsukiyomi on the Slate Warrior. We don't care if the attack goes down with the effect because it gets to hand anyways. Set the Jar. Pass the turn. What a nice trap combo effect. Duel. Super cool. I wonder where the chaos is at. I mean, they know about the Raigeki break, so this is kind of a weird spot. But now we have the perfect breaker play here. We could Jar first, but I think it's just fine. This should be scapegoats. Yep. So first reading was right. We use Jar into Thunder Dragon. So now we have a light and a dark with the Mask of Darkness. We could think about summoning BLS, but I think that is just overkill here. Getting rid of one token. Now we set the Divine Wrath. And pass. They have a breaker of their own. Doesn't really matter what we do, but if they pop, we just chain Divine Wrath, and I think I'd rather would use it against the breaker and keep the Raigeki break. Yeah. Because the Divine Wrath is way more situational. I mean, we could avoid a banish effect of a Chaos monster, but we have Light Dark anyways, and we don't care so much, so this should be fine. They're thinking, what could they do? Normal Summon is already gone. Big think over there. Alright, drawing into Night Assailant. With Raigeki break, this could get back Mask of Darkness, so we could have even more plays with that. Really like that. We could also set it, but we have a Mind Control against set monsters. We have Raigeki break against set monsters. I think we just go in and set the Night Assailant as it seems. Okay, we did that route. It's cool. I think it's fine. They found Thunder Dragon. They should have some chaos here. Alright, BLS is coming down. That's fine for us. They banished the Night Assailant. I have a card destruction. So I think we should chain Raigeki break here, because we still have the Thunder Dragon. Of course, we could draw into Serpent, but I don't want to risk it. And I don't want to discard a real card after the card destruction, so I think that's just fine. Fortunately, they have a Night Assailant in hand, so they get a plus there. Wished we wouldn't have set the Night Assailant. I would like to play more to keep it, so they would have just banished the breaker. But I think they wouldn't have gone into BLS, so it would definitely be everything in the match would be another different outcome. We draw into Graceful, which is great. Obviously, they already resolved. No, they still have Duo in deck. They got back, didn't see it. Moth? I don't know. They have a Kaiku, unfortunately. But we have enough light and darks. No, we just have not enough darks, unfortunately. They get rid of the lights. That's crazy. Okay. Would have gotten for the darks. They attack over the breaker. Yep. Okay, one back row. Two back rows. No dust shoot as it seems, so we definitely use that upstart. Going into another upstart, as always. Snatch Steal. We want to slam the Grace here. Going into Serpent, Storm, and Zork. Very, very nice. So discarding Serpent for sure. Really like the Storm here. I don't think we need the Scapegoats, to be honest. Or the Mirror Force, but I think keeping Mirror Force is better. Zork is live. We can just snatch the Kaiku. We could also wait. Yeah, I think we storm here. They can't chain scapegoats or so. Maybe they have a mind crush and they want to risk it. Call BLS or so. Let's see. Yep, they have a mind crush. Magician of Faith. We don't have to reveal. We don't have it. So, another plus for us. I see why you take that risk. We get rid of a Slate Warrior. I think here it's even worth it to like snatch the Kaiku, summon Tribe, summon Sorg, get rid of the scapegoat tokens, and then attack with Kaiku directly to start getting rid of the darks. I mean, that's like super duper aggressive. But I think it's worth it because what could they have then? Yeah, they could have Spy to defend themselves for one turn. They already had 2 chaos monsters. They can't summon chaos if we have Kaiku on field. We don't really care. So I think we could also wait with the tribe and just get rid of the tokens. That's also fine. Set Mirror Force and keep the tribe. Yep, you won't gain 10k. Because Kaiku avoids the chaos anyways. Storm. Well, that is a punish. Okay, they got back the Kaiku. Have a set back row. We get back the Serpent. I think we will banish Kaiku. We have to play into Torrential, I think. Banish Kaiku first, then summon our Kaiku. Definitely. We don't care. Try to get in. It connects, so we start to clean the graveyard. So we have 2, 3, 4 darks and 3, 4 lights. So I'm always more a fan of getting rid of the darks, especially if 3 darks are already banished. We decided for the lights because maybe of a premature burial, call, whatever. Now we're back in the just wanted to say we're back in a position where not really much could happen, but they're drawn into Snatch, but we have the tribe, so everything is fine. They attack over the Kaiku. I don't know why, maybe to do some damage. I see that. We gain 1000 back, got the tribe against the Sorg. With the Serpent it's pretty good. We could also just set scapegoats. They have a Dust Tornado, unfortunately. That Dust Tornado comes from hell. I was writing that in the chat. But we are so healthy, we don't have to fear to die here, so I see why we first tried to set scapegoats, but now we have to do something. So we gain 1000 back again. They have a set monster, but we have to get rid of the Sorg. I think if this is a Moth, they could get back some pretty good stuff. Of course we go into Tear, suck in the Sorg. They can't flip up their monster. And I think that's fine. We just have to wait, I don't know, for our own chaos, because Thunder Dragons are all gone already. We don't have a tribute monster left, so we rather have to wait for a second knock against the set monster or something else. We will see. 9 cards left in deck. Ring. Yeah, I don't know. We just attack into the monsters, I guess. It's a Moth, as we already saw from the stats. They get back scapegoats. We do not care. We have the tribe. So we just set ring and pass. We can get rid of the Terror anytime with our own tribe. They have 2 back rows. We draw into pot. How many? They already activated 2 Mind Crushes. They definitely should have a Dust Shoot among those cards, I think. So, I think we still activate Pot of Greed. We decided to attack first. It's a Slate Warrior, so we go down to 1800. We now use Pot of Greed, asking for if they want to chain something. Going to Torrential and Moth. In that case, I think Storm should be out. Yeah, we definitely set the Torrential. Looking good, to be honest. Got the Tear. Just attack directly. Can't flip them off anyways. We could think about summoning Tribe, but all mass removal is still in the game. They're pretty healthy, so I think it's better to just attack. Oh, we have 4 cards in deck. Okay. So you have to be aggressive, I think. I think we have to, man, that's difficult. I think we have, oh, we have the ring against our tear. Yeah. I like that. 1800. Now we summon, now we flip Moth. Yeah, we set Knock before, flip Moth to play around the Dust Shoot. They would have activated anyways, I think. Maybe they have another Mind Crush to get rid of our spell we want to get back. We still have BLS in deck and 1 Sorcerer. No, BLS is gone. We just have 1 Sorc. This is our last big guy to finish the game. We will definitely summon Tribe here. That we know about the Scapegoats. We attack with Tribe first. Then with the Moth. Yeah. I didn't look at our deck cards. I just saw theirs. So good to be aggressive here. Very exciting match. Already 26 minutes, almost 27 on the record. Imagine how long that was, and that was just game 2. Okay. So we have to be aggressive. We have to summon Sangan here. Unfortunately, yeah. Tribe connects. Sangan connects. Moth connects. Maybe they have Scapegoats in end phase. Nope. I think we have a very interesting decision here, if I remember right. Duo. Going down to 500. Set a monster. Metamorphosis. I think we have... No, we don't have to Torrential here. We have to. We have to Torrential here. We can't avoid... We can't have this restrict thing on field because we would just... Couldn't get rid of it, I think. I mean, we would have had the Snatch. We have to search, unfortunately, so... Getting back Serpent, definitely. And the Scapegoats are just winning the game now, I think. No out against the Scapegoats. Yeah, I remembered right, I think. They even take the damage. Getting back Serp. Yep. Night Assailant. These goats, yep, it's GG. Wow, what a game 2. What a game 2. Crazy. Going into game 3. Discarding Thunder Dragon. Like to see it. Using Upstart. Drawing to Book of Moon. Yeah, we just set the Koichi. Set the jar. Have a really nice opening here. Wow, okay, we decided to set the Faith. And the jar. Maybe to keep the Dark. They have a pot. Set back row, set monster. Passing the turn. We draw into Duo. Which we use, of course. Good thing is we can get back Duo now, which we want to do, I think. We discard Metamorphosis, they discarded Raigeki Break. Flip summon Moth, get back the Duo. We even have the Book of Moon. Very nice. So, plussing hard here. I mean, they have their Moth, so they can get back any spells they want. We discard Book of Moon and Card Destruction. I think now we use the jar. We really want to get into a knock or so. Tsukuyomi. Okay, okay. Here we go. Attacking into their Moth. They get back the pot. I think we said everything. Okay, just the just the Book of Moon. Let's see what they have. Of course, the pot. No Dark Engrave yet. Such a great feeling if you have Book of Moon set. I don't know. Raigeki Break with the Night Assailant, so they have pretty good comeback potential here. Getting rid of our Moth, get back their Moth. Very good for them. Very good. Okay, Torrential. We cannot avoid that Moth, unfortunately. 2 Raigeki Breaks are gone from them. We set the Koichi, set the guys. Set the Mirror Force. Unfortunately, they can get back another Pot of Greed, so pretty good for them. Yeah, we don't have any answers. They were like, wow, no Divine, no Raigeki. They themselves couldn't really believe that they get through that Moth again. I was writing, you fought yourself back like crazy. Very nice match. So they have a Metamorphosis. I think we use Book of Moon here. Very good against Terror, of course. Another set back row. Now we draw into Divine Wrath. We will definitely flip summon the Koichi. Into Call. We sided into Call. This could be very interesting. Let's see. We summon Tsukuyomi. They use Ring of Destruction against the Koichi to avoid any Tsukuyomi shenanigans. We attack over the Tear, set Torrential, and I think we pass. That's definitely enough. If they have Storm, good for them. Tsukuyomi is pretty good against their deck, of course, so we really want to keep that. They have Scapegoats in end phase. Storm, that is very, very unfortunate. They have a Mind Crush against Tsukuyomi, I think. Yep. Doesn't look so good. Have a BLS. I mean, we have to call, but we can't really call back any good stuff. Doesn't look pretty good. Very nice played. I mean, they had very good card combinations here. But let's see. Not all hope is lost. Divine Wrath looking pretty good right now. We draw into Moth, set the gang. We have the Thunder Dragons as discard fodder. If they have Duo now, we just scream. But they use the effect. We have Divine Wrath against that. Have a set monster. We draw into Pot. Very, very nice. Pretty big recycle good spells. Duel. We draw into Raigeki Break and Ring. Love to see it. We will definitely flip up Moth to get back the Pot, I think. Here we go. Now we have a big comeback. Drawing into Mask of Darkness and Upstart Goblin. Now we have a Raigeki Break for their set monster. Can think about to use it. They already had one Moth. I don't know. We will use Upstart here into BLS. Love to see it. We will so safe. We will summon BLS, get rid of the set monster. We have Raigeki Break as protection. We have Call. Maybe we can call back the BLS, but mostly the guy will be banished with their Sorg or so. Setting Mask of Darkness. Storm is out. We can comfortably set everything. This should be sealed. Man, what a match. What a match. 34 minutes on the clock. So nice. Snatch, we don't care. We have the Raigeki Break for that, which we could get back with the Mask of Darkness. They crash Moth and Serpent. That's fine. Snatch of our own. No Serpent in Grave. We could get back Raigeki Break with the Mask of Darkness. We really want to flip it because we want to get rid of the tokens. We could also use Ring on a token, flip Mask of Darkness, get back Ring. I mean, oh no, we are at 1600, didn't realize that. So I think just get back Raigeki Break. I think it's the safest way to survive. Get rid of all tokens. Could even think about like calling back a Thunder Dragon to have more damage. But I think the safest way is just to clear the tokens, set Raigeki Break. We should be super duper safe here. They have a Serpent, yeah, cool. Get your Snake back, we don't care. Okay, what could be there? So we know this is Serpent. We could use Raigeki Break in end phase. Ring is gone, so we don't really have to fear that. We don't care, to be honest. We have a knock, man, that's just so good. Okay, use knock. Get in with the BLS. Pass the turn. They get into Grace. Good for you, opponent. Discarding Thunder Dragon and 7 tools off the Bandit. Man, we have a real chef here. So, they summon Zork. We can't use Ring. We could use Raigeki Break, but then we lose the Snatch. And I think we want to snatch the guy. I mean, they could draw into another Zork, but they wouldn't have a Dark. I think we let it go, definitely. That's the better play here. Serpent, very good. So glad we waited with the Raigeki Break. So now we snatch it. We decided in standby phase we pop the back row. It's a dead knock. Get back to Serp again. Snatch the guy. Fortunately, we can't get back any BLSs or so. This is 23, so with a Thunder Dragon, this would be a 2-turn clock. We have the Raigeki Break. We don't really have to fear anything, but we don't have to get back the Thunder Dragon because this is a 2-turn clock like that. Also, oh, we don't have a Raigeki Break here. This is dangerous. This Mask of Darkness is... No, with a Zork, this wouldn't be game. Because it would be... No, it wouldn't be game. Okay, that's why we said it. They have a knock, we don't care. We have game with call, man. We have game with call. Going down to 200, call back, Moth, I think, and just win. Man, what a match. What a match. They would draw into Thunder Dragon. That was a real, like apologize for the words, but like a pro gamer, a pro game match. You see very nice back and forth stuff. Love it. Just love it. Thanks, Spirit Reaper, for that cool match. And thank you guys so much for watching, because we have a wrap here on Replay Revelation Chaos Turbo. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, give it a thumbs up. Construct is signing out. I wish you all a great week. See you next video.